Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I got this interesting question about making decisions at work. I'll read you a bit of the email, but I think this is something that a lot of developers encounter in their career. It says, hi John, I follow your YouTube channel and several of your products have helped me immensely, so I appreciate all you do. Cool. But I have a question for following several of your tips/techniques, I have been able to advance my career and my salary has gone up by 25K in the past few years. That's awesome. I'm in a job that pays really well, probably more than others with similar experience/skills, but I always seem to get stuck in positions where I'm supporting older technologies. My last two jobs have promised things like make decisions on technical direction of future products, be a key player and decision maker in the company, etc. But once I get there, I get bogged down in supporting of old products, and the real decisions end up getting made by sales/management. It has even gotten to the point where my current company turned over a major new product development to a consulting company without even asking my opinion. I don't want to just leave this job for another company to have the same thing happen again. I'm wondering if there is something I'm doing wrong, or am I just choosing the wrong companies? Any advice or input would be appreciated. So, if you want to be able to make decisions at a company, you have to be in a role where that is part of your job. As a software developer, even a highly paid one, even if they promise that you're going to have, some decision-making capability in the future, technical development of a product, that's probably not going to be part of your job, right? Especially, it depends on the company size, right? But in general, the roles are going to be somewhat clearly defined. And as a software developer, I don't think I would expect to be able to make decisions on the technical direction of future products or being a key decision maker in the company unless you have a title like director of software development. Unless you have like a director level title, or a high-level management, or you're on the executive team, I wouldn't expect that, right? Regardless of what they're promising you, because they probably have good intentions in promising you this. But here's the thing, also with the company, especially as it starts to grow in size, is that a lot of things just have to be done, and it'd be great to be able to gather input from everyone or to solicit or feedback, but sometimes decisions just have to be made, and you have to have the decision makers. Some people's job is just to make decisions. So you're kind of caught in this. I mean, it sounds to me like you need to work for a startup or start your own company or be an entrepreneur. Then you can do both, and then but then you'll get to the point where you start to realize this problem. I mean, even as me running Simple Programmer, I don't have very many full-time employees, but I've got probably like 8 or 9 people that work for Simple Programmer as contract, various roles. I just make the decisions a lot of times, right? Even though I could use some expert advice and some consulting, sometimes it's just because there's so many decisions that need to be made, and they just need to be made. I don't have time to even solicit feedback, even as small of I can't imagine if I had like 20, 50 person, 100 person company, I certainly wouldn't be, decisions just have to go forward. There's so many decisions that have to be made and go forward. So I don't think it's a personal thing. Honestly, I would not take this personally. If you want to be a decision maker, you're probably going to have to go down the management track, or like I said, a director track. If you want to have some kind of role, like what could you do now? You could start preparing information and reports and showing, it's going to put you down the management track. I'm telling you though, because you can't balance both of these things. Like you kind of need to decide, do I want to write code, and do I want to make decisions architecturally? That's a totally different thing, right? As you become experienced developer and you're a team leader or architect on the project, absolutely, you should be making some of the technological decisions, not necessarily on the technologies used. That still, again, is at more of a director level, but how they're going to be implemented and how the design of the system is. And if you're not happy with that, then you're going to have to go up. Then you're either going to have to go up and you're going to have to go to like one of these executive or director level positions, or you're going to have to start your own business where you have the ultimate control and say. I guess I would ask myself, why do I feel like I need to make the decision on the technical future of products or be a key player, decision maker in the company? Why do I feel that way? And there's no wrong answer to this, right? I mean, if it's because that's just what drives you, that you want to feel like you're making such an impact that you are actually setting the direction of the company, then it sounds like you might need to be an entrepreneur. You might need to get a business partner, or whatever, or start your own business, because that's what's in you. That's what you're meant to do, and that's part of your DNA. But if it's because you feel like you don't have enough control, or you feel like you need to be important and you don't feel important enough, those aren't good reasons, right? You got to find somewhere else to get your feeling of importance. You got to find somewhere else to get your control and your certainty in your life, and be okay with just doing the best job that you can, right? So this is personal, right? I don't know, I can't read enough from this email to tell you what your motivations or what your drive that's causing you to feel this way. But I wouldn't examine necessarily the solution to the problem, right, of this, because this is a problem that is systematic of a bigger problem. If you ask yourself the right question, if you ask yourself the question of why do you feel this way, that's going to get, and keep asking why until you get to like the real motivation. What is it? Is it a matter of this, that you have to be forging your own destiny? Is it a matter of you having to feel important? Is it a matter of feeling slighted? Are there, try to find the thing that's driving you to feel this way, that you need to be able to make decisions at work. To some degree, we all want to be in charge of our own destiny and to have autonomy, right? That's a well-proven fact in motivation. I think in Daniel Pink's book, Drive, right? The why we work, or the way we work, or whatever it is, what motivates us. That's been talked about there. But the question of making decisions for others or making decisions for the company, that has to come from somewhere. So figure out where that's coming from, and if you have, and then you have to make some choices. Like I said, I don't think as a software developer, as a programmer, even a highly paid one, even a highly technical one, even a highly competent one, even if you have management and business skills, that in that role that you should be expecting to make some of these higher level decisions. There's going to be a trade-off. I'll promise you. If you want to become a director of software development, you're not going to be writing a lot of code. You'll be making some of these decisions, and and there's trade-offs. I did this video on becoming a manager, and this guy talking about how he wasn't sure. You want to go down that road. You should check that out. If you're thinking about going down that course, but. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So if you like this video, definitely subscribe to the channel. If you have a question for me, email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com. And if you'd like to join the community, if you'd like to join us developers and like-minded people who want to improve themselves, definitely check out the Patreon page. It's a way to support this channel and Simple Programmer and to become part of the community. So I really want to have this kind of free content be supported by the community, and to build a community around Simple Programmer. There's a lot of cool stuff you can find there. So anyway, I will talk to you next time, and take care.